We're here with Donald
Bartolet,
candidate. Council, let's get your flyer there. At large here in the city of Alliance, and didn't make the debate tonight. So let me give you a few minutes here to expound on what you think are the important issues in this elections that voters should focus on in determining who to vote for.
Well, I think most importantly is the issues going on with the city, a lot of the turmoil that's going on in the department or the administration, along with the police, fire, and outside agencies. I think there needs to be a huge bridge built to fix that. I know that with my experience, having been a police officer, retired after 30 years of service to the country and community as a Navy veteran, I know that when I was a young police officer, we had a lot of problems in the Alliance community when I was a young officer in the early 90s. As time went on, I was able to build bridges between Alliance and Stark County and the FBI, the county prosecutor.
You were Alliance police officer?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Did you work for when Larry Doria was chief?
Yes.
So
when he took over chief, when the former chief was removed out of office, and that was where the bridge building came in. Most agencies believed that we were corrupt or bad officers because of the previous police chief. So once he was out of office, we were able to build those bridges with those other agencies. We proved to them that we weren't corrupt, that we were good people, and that we were good, honest cops. And we built those bridges, and we were able to make this community much safer than it had been in the 80s and 90s, and it made it flourish. And I believe that's something that I could do. I know I could do that again. I still have great contacts over in Stark County, throughout the county, with the FBI, ATF, and we'll build those bridges again, and we'll be strong again, like we once were. And when Chief Doherty was the chief of police.
I think I talked with various sources in Stark County about the Alliance City Council candidates, and my recollection is one of my sources told me that you're a political independent.
That's correct.
Okay, so you're not lining up with either political party?
No.
Is that going to carry over to how you handle yourself on council if elected?
Of course. I hold mostly conservative values. I do. As a former police officer, I'm mostly conservative in my values. But I feel like, as a former cop, my personal beliefs and what I thought or felt about issues had to be put on the side. I had to listen to other people and gather information and put my biases or my personal feelings aside and make a positive determination on a situation. So I wouldn't necessarily say that it would be difficult for me to have an impartial view of things, because something that I might think, hey, that sounds perfectly fine, would be something that I would be totally against. So I would weigh out all options when it comes down to making decisions for the city. And the citizens are first. It's community first. My personal, what I believe and my personal feelings aren't as important. What's important for the community.
Just backing up a bit, what made you decide to run for city council in the first place?
A long story, but the short of it was I was asked to by a pastor in Alliance when we were talking about, when I was a police officer, we were talking about the children in the school and that their truancy issues and such like that. So I said we need to work with these kids more. We can't just have them for 8 hours, they go home and they go back to bad situations, bad living environments. We got to be able to help them outside those hours. He goes, well, you got to just run for mayor and figure that out. I'm like, I don't think I'm well known enough in Alliance. He says, you're more well known than you know, just run. Well, so this council spot opened up first, so this is my first stepping stone. If the mayorship runs the later date perhaps, but we'll just try the council first. So that was a big reason why I was asked to do it. I have a retirement. I'm retired from the police department, but I still feel like I can help the community, so that's why I decided to go ahead and give it a run.
Okay, Don Bartolet, candidate for council at large in the city of Alliance.